Hello, my name is Scott, and we're back in Factorio. Hello, my voice sounds a little off. That's just because the last 5 or 6 days I have been sick. Started off with a sore throat, went into a head cold with a runny nose, all that fun. A little bit of a lung infection thrown in there, and lots of fun. Anyway, it unfortunately meant that I lost about 4 good days to do recording, and how I had it set up. I was doing about 2 videos a day, as you can see from my previous uploads, and I wanted to also do some more Prison Architect, as well as get back into City Skylines. I've done a preview video, but I haven't actually jumped in and started a Let's Play of it as well. I also wanted to get more Far Cry recorded, and that's really what I wanted to do over the weekend, which I wasn't able to do, and I would have ramped up to 3, getting into 4 videos a day, and then by Sunday I would have got back to recording Factorio as well as Test Drive Unlimited 2, because my last video for Test Drive Unlimited 2 came out on Monday. Last Factorio video was on Sunday. So I have no videos and it is currently Tuesday right now, where I'm feeling almost 90%. My voice is a little raw, and there's nothing I can do. I just want to get back into recording so I can bring out content without waiting too long before I fall too far back. Anyway, enough of that. Where we left off, we had just finished up sort of setting up our advanced circuits here, and just before I started recording, I also emptied my pockets of some stone I had, as well as some copper ore, and I also reconnected this. As you can see, my power or coal issues are at least temporarily solved. We had a little bit of a power issue where I had split off the coal, but not enough coal was getting to my steam engines. I built some miners, which has relieved or alleviated that issue. I'm still going to have problems here, but that's for later on. And I do have to kind of split the coal and get it up here. So far it's kind of handling things, but I've just been getting away with throwing some. Let's grab half of you, because I'm probably going to need some wood, and even though I got plenty of wood, still need wood. Anyway, right now we are doing fluid handling, and when I was editing this, I noticed that I made a small mistake, and that was and some of you may have caught it, I did indeed put the iron on both sides. As you can see, the iron is actually only supposed to be on one side, so this is how you do it. Let's just clear that out. And you might be wondering, why bother putting the iron and coal onto one line, or no, iron and copper onto one line, because it's not really needed for this. Well, this is what will supply the battery production. Yes, this one iron and copper input gets split a bunch of ways, goes here, goes there, gets fed into lots of different methods, and then whatever's left over goes to battery production. And I'm just checking my diagram that I'm basing all this on, and yeah, actually my battery production in the design I'm looking at isn't even part of the factory as is, but anyway. So what we are going to need to do before we can finish our advanced circuit setup is we are going to also need, what was it called? plastic bars. That's right, plastic bars. And before I forget about it, how do I want to set this up? Let's go there. And we are going to run plastic this way. So somewhere in here we're going to have plastic, which means that we are going to need coal. And so we are going to have plastic production up here, which means that we are going to need to bring coal up as well. Actually, what is required for plastic bars? Just so we have an idea. Do I even have it here? Where is it? Iron steak, stone bricks, steel plate. Wait a minute, do I have to? Oh, that's right. I have to research plastics. So, plastic bars will require coal and petroleum gas. And the reason we are doing the plastic production up here is because we are going to have our refining facility up here. And if I look at our current pollution, it looks like our pollution cloud has shrunk a bit. A little bit here, a little bit here. It's kind of like been split, the separate things. But we are going to want to put our pollution cloud for our oil production as far away from these biters as possible, just to minimize how much issues we do have with them. And I'm also going to want to put up another radar just so that we can explore all the way out here. We are going to need some power lines, and I want to put the radar, if possible, probably up here. Doesn't matter where, just as long as... Yeah. Run it back to base. And we can do it. Now we can get a better view of across the water. Looks like these are only just a couple bases here. Hopefully there isn't too much over there, but we will be able to see several tiles over, which will give us a nice view of what we have to deal with. Next up, now that I fixed that, oh yes, this happened yet again. Oh, you. You are not... There you go. Yes, because I don't have wires, I'm not able to control how much these smart inserters put into the chests, but I can indeed set them up now. I'm also going to need to set up a smart chest, that's right. Let's just do 2 red and 2 green wires for now. And we are going to want to build a smart chest, which requires a steel chest. And that is right here for steel. Let's just go to smart chest right away. There we go. And now we can actually control the wire conditions. Does that work? Okay. That's the red there. Yeah, go from the pole to the... Alright, so we want to do this. That's less than... Iron is less than, say... Let's go 50. And this one we want to do the same thing, but we want copper cable. Let's go 100. Now we don't need that. And now that should actually be working fine. Just to make sure, yep, we got all the iron running along one side. Copper can feed in, that's no problem. This will supply enough copper cable in order to feed this. And why is this? This needs to be sped up, I see. This requires one electronic circuit. Ah, I know the problem. This needs to be a fast inserter. There we go. Work it. You can do it. There we go. That'll speed up. And maybe you also need to be a fast inserter as well. That's pretty easy to do. Let's grab a couple of those. And how are you doing? You're an assembly machine 1. Let's speed you up as well. Let's build us a assembly machine 2. And we just want to make sure that we get as much potential science done as possible, since obviously we kind of ran low because we kind of messed up. Alright, so that's going to be sped up, although admittedly it's still pretty slow. I don't think we really improved things much there. Anyway, that was kind of pointless, but what we are going to want to do is take a look at our oil production. We do have a couple oil deposits here. We have some there. And we got fluid handling done. So we are definitely going to jump into plastics, because we are going to need that in order to finish our, what is it? The advanced circuit production, right? But can we do something else, or should we go to that advanced processing that requires the blue sulfur processing? So no flammables. So yeah, we're definitely going to want to do plastics and sulfur processing. They are the exact same, so batteries. Let's jump to plastics next so we can get that done. It will be a while before we need to get sulfur production going, but for now that's as good as it will get. Anyway, we are going to have to bring our coal line up. So let's do that right now. How do we want to do this? Yep, we have iron coming on along this line. We may want to bring it. If I want to future expand this, yeah, let's grab some transport belts. I am going to want to probably bring the coal in on this side, which means I'm going to have to change which side the iron gets placed on. We'll do this. Let's go underground there. Underground. Alright. We are going to need some more transport belts. Let's build a splitter here. So here for now, we are going to need more transport belts. So many transport belts. We got a splitter yet? Do we have a splitter? There it is. Awesome. Now we are going to have to monitor how much this kills our coal production and whether we run into the same issue we had before or not. Due to the fact that we don't have a ton of coal and we may want to dedicate it to plastic production, we may be looking at switching or getting solid fuel going relatively early. Alright, so let's just bring it. Nope, nope, nope. Like that. That looks good. Let's just clear the left side so that our furnaces can keep going. Now that is just a temporary solution. So what we are going to want to do is something very simple. Nope. More transport belts. And this is probably going to annoy me unless I fix it. There we go. Like that. That looks a little bit better. Then I'll make sure all the ore comes in on the other side. And just because, let's just... Nope. There we go. Didn't really have to do that, but yeah, we just wanted to clear that other side. Without having to pick up a metric crap ton of it. Let's just feed you. That'll be a great place to drop off any stuff we have in our pockets. That's looking good. Hey, there's a piece of wood there. Now, let's just take a look to see whether our... it's looking alright. How are these looking at? 26k. Ooh, 45k. 32k. Well, that is definitely why that definitely shows that we are playing on large or rich map settings, as those will last quite a while. So we shouldn't really be too concerned, but of course, as you can see, this is our biggest coal deposit. We do have a bit down here, which is good. It looks like our pollution cloud is picking up. That's not so good. And so at this point we are going to decide how we want to set up our, what is it called? Oh, that's right, our oil. So now, my thoughts here, I have this. Might as well pipe it in. Well, there's not that many here, although there is. If I do my oil production over here, oil refining along here, lots of water for the advanced oil production. I can have storage tanks over here. I can have my battery production sulfur here. It will also allow me to have, say, fast belt and express belt production here, which does require lube, and also other means of productions. So that's what I'm going to do. I will be setting up the my oil refining here, although it is going to cause some issues if I expand my iron production. Obviously, I'm going to expand my iron production, and I definitely want to clear these off screen. I'm not going to bore you with that, although I could be cruel and spend an entire episode just cutting down trees, although at that point no one would watch and people would just stop watching this series. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to be nice to you because, yeah, I'm a viewer too. I watch lots of videos as well, so videos that suck, I don't watch. And so you might be asking me, why are you cutting down trees? Because I'm kind of lost in what I'm going to do. So I can produce oil. Yes, I can have pump jacks. I got oil refineries and chemical plants. That's good. So we have those. I'm going to have to start producing those. Oh, crap. That's right. Steel plate we are going to need a lot of. Alright, so pump jacks. Lovely. 15 steel. Oil refineries, 15 steel. Chemical plants, 5 steel. They're also going to need gear wheels. Electronic circuits and pipes. Electronic circuits, stone bricks. Awesome. I have lots of stone bricks. I can build lots of refineries. There's no problem there. I'm just going to need about 40 iron for each 15 steel. 40, 15, and 15, and 20. So I am going to need a shit ton of steel, but that's going to be for next time. My name is Scott, and thank you for viewing. I wish my voice was a little bit better, but unfortunately, that's the way it is. Until next time, my name is Scott. Thank you for watching, and I know I'm repeating myself. Have a good day.